All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to say, call halal, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. That is to say, all praise to the Most High God, whose name is Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, through the Holy Spirit, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us His truth. Shalom to the 144,000, as well as to the rest of the hopeful righteous elect, men, women, and children of Israel scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth, among the heathen, as well as those that even look like the heathen. All right, this is not a black or white thing. I'm the brother Yara Donbaugh from the GMS branch here in Chicago, coming back at you with what I hope to be another short yet edifying lesson. All right, and I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna entitle it, but it's gonna be a response to a question that a lady came up to the camp with at the end of our last camp Saturday. All right, so I'm gonna let some of this lesson go ahead and play, or so like some of this camp play. Let the elder speak for a little bit, and then I'm gonna just dive into some scriptures. All right, and Lord willing, this will be edifying, man. So without further ado, let's just get to it.
Okay, sister, what's up? What's your question?
Alrighty. Well, hello. I'll do that again. So it does look like you always have some systems in place and maybe want to import or create some sort of laws. Why are you all opposed to creating your own civilization, considering the fact that America has so much open land that hasn't been bought?
Or why we're opposed to owning land in our own?
Creating your own civilization.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why you getting that. I'm gonna tell you this. Because we believe 100% in the Holy Scriptures, and we're living according to prophecy. It says the belief in the Lord basically is a belief in prophecy, and the prophecies that America is Babylon the Great, and most scholars, even Christian scholars, will agree to that. They won't argue that point. This is the mystery Babylon, which is Babylon the Great. And if you understand the prophecies, America is about to be destroyed.
That's right.
This place is finished, so there's no future here.
That's right.
Okay, so there's no reason to create a civilization in like a little town and like Black Wall Street maybe.
There was 200 Black Wall Streets. One was here in Chicago. Did you know about the Black Belt here in Chicago?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
yes, I did.
Well, okay, good. They all got destroyed, and they will. Yes. And if you do that, they're going to destroy it. They're going to build it. You, because of your skin, don't get to have autonomous wealth or separation from a particular group of people. You don't get to do that. Mm-hmm. And if you do that, the same end that Black Wall Street met, the same end that Tulsa, Oklahoma, the same end that the Black Belt right down the street from us met, will meet again. That's why. That's a waste of time. What you should be doing is learning what's the name of the Lord. Are you gonna give me the JC word? Do you even believe in the Bible? Believe in the Lord?
I thought it was Yahweh.
Well, that's close. That's the closest wrong answer you can give. It's actually Yahweh. That's good. Okay. Because there's no actual E in proper Hebrew. That's the aftermarket stuff that the little hats use. You got it. Right? And they used the Assyrian script, and they used that came about in the late 1800s. So they took the holy language, the Lashawan Kadash, this language here. This is the actual Hebrew, which was found all over America. Okay, that's Yahweh. That's Yahweh Shai. Matter of fact, this shouldn't even be. There's no way this should be over this. This should be over this. This is the actual name in the actual language, not this. This is the aftermarket stuff, which really is an abomination because they added vowel points and different sounds to it that don't.
All right, so you heard the clip, right? And she asks, why don't we start our own civilization, so to speak, in unpurchased land in America and this, that, and the third, right? And the elder gave the simple answer, that America is finished, man. Babylon is finished, man, and it's pointless. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab a few scriptures on that, and I'm going to start with the scripture that the elder Jeremiah called for, because that's very important, and she actually left before we can get it. But this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 4 and verse 8. It says, but as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction therefore is not yet come. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. So it's no point in building this society, our own society in this place, because the evil is still here, man. You know, you go down the street, you still gonna have to see moles, right? You still gonna have to see the LGBT people. You gonna still see pork, shrimp, crab, lobster being sold as food. You gonna still see idolaters, right? These are the things that you're gonna see. But we're waiting for the kingdom of heaven, wherein dwelleth nothing but righteousness, man. So in order before that takes place, this place is gonna be completely and utterly destroyed, man. Right? Let me grab. I'm gonna grab this real quick. All things offend. This is the book of Matthew chapter 13. And I just get the point at verse 41. It says, the Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire, and there shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Right? So all things that offend Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai will not be in the kingdom of heaven, man. They're going to be put down, destroyed, stumped out, however you want to say it, man. All right, it's only going to be a kingdom wherein dwelleth righteousness, man. The law, statutes, and commandments of the Holy Bible is what will be ruling, or will be the law of the land. Let me say it that way. All right, that's simple, man. And as the elder said, this place is going to be destroyed, man. Let's get this right here. This is 3. Yep, 2 Peter 3:10. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of our power, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Right? And I just want to jump back up here to verse 11, saying that all these things shall be dissolved. What manner of persons are you to be in all holy conversation and godliness? When you go into that word for conversation, it's the word of it's the Greek word anastrophe, which goes into your conduct, right? Your behavior, your way of life. All right, and that's why the elder said what the trying to build in this place. Physically building this place is pointless, okay? Because it's going to be destroyed. He said the most important thing you could be trying to figure out is the name of the Lord, how to please the Lord, right? That's that holy conversation and godliness, man. Serving Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to the best of your ability, okay? Let's continue on, and I'm gonna go here to Revelation. I think it's 18 is what I want. Yep. Yeah, Revelation 18 and 1, it says, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. And this is what's coming, man. So why would you build in a place that you know is going to be destroyed, man? That's like buying an apartment somewhere that's set for demolition and putting all the nicest things in it, man. Why would you do that? Right? It says, verse 3, for all nations have drunk the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive not of her plague. So we're not trying to build here, man. We're trying to be of these people that here to come out of her, my people, and get beamed up into those chariots. Because this is going into the elect being physically taken out of Babylon as the destruction is going to take place, man. All right. Verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her, even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, and the cups which she hath refilled, fill to her double. Right? So Babylon the Great, the Edomites, hey, they can prepare for trouble and make it double. All right? That is what it is. All they gonna hear is the Team Rocket slogan, man. Okay? So that's that. Now let's continue on into the mindset of, hey, we're actually supposed to be detaching from this place, man. All right? Let's get this right here. There we go. Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. So if you're not detaching from this place, if you're trying to assimilate yourself into this Western mindset, into this Babylonian mindset, you're going to be destroyed, man. Mentally, spiritually, and eventually physically. When those missiles get shot off, man. When the Lord returns, you're going to eventually be physically destroyed with this place, man. But we, the hopeful elect, are working to detach from this place, man. All right? We're storing our riches in the kingdom of heaven, wherein dwelleth righteousness, man, where moth nor rust doth not corrupt. That's what we're doing. All right? So you have to detach from this place. You're not trying to build as much as you can to be the richest person and the most famous person and have all of this fame and glory in this society. Nah, man. Hey, again, the best thing you can do, what manner of person ought to either be in all holy conversation and godliness. The best thing that you can be doing is fearing Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and learning how to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. That's it. That's all. That's what matters. That's what's most important. Okay, I got here as well. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 14. It says, for here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. All right, in the NLT it says, for this world is not our permanent home. We are looking forward to a home yet to come, and that's going to be in the kingdom wherein dwelleth righteousness, man. When our Lord Yahweh Shai, all right, sets up his kingdom. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9 and verse 6. It says, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end. Upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever. The zeal of the Lord Yahweh of hosts will perform this. There you go, man. All right. And I keep saying it. I can't think of exactly how wherein dwell righteousness. See if I can find it. Oh, I already read it. Perfect. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. 2 Peter 3 and 13. That I already read that. So yeah, man, that's what we're looking forward to, man. And I'm gonna grab this last one, and that'll be it. All right. This is the book of 2nd Ezra. Actually, I'm gonna go here first. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 6. It says, there is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there was a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass a dangerous step before it, how shall he receive the inheritance? And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. Right? So it was never meant for this to be comfortable, man. Hey, we going through that straight gate, man. And that straight is a position of difficulty. All right? To receive, to make it to that inheritance. Okay? That's what we're fighting for. This is not supposed to be the most comfortable place, man. Verse 11, because for their sakes I made the world, and when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done. Therefore the interests of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, full of perils, and very painful. For the interests of the elder world were wide and sure, and brought immortal fruit. So there you go, man. You got to go through the dangers that's set before you, man. And that's going to bring you to this. All right, 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 52. It says, for unto you is paradise open, the tree of life is planted, the time to come is prepared, plenteousness is made ready, a city is builded, and rest is allowed. Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom. And that's what we're trying to make it to, man. That's when we will have the perfect society, man. All right, that's when we will be sovereign. All right, that's what we look forward to. So, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. With that, I'm going to say, call halal, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom to the 144,000, as well as to the rest of the hopeful righteous elect. Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abba.